Just some concerns for the future, but Nintendo is still working harder than a lot of other game companies. They put out more games than both of their competitors, even at their worst. Can't help but admire the fact that these bundles help bring in new customers that may not have experienced these games otherwise. Wait. I mean, f these things. Not every entry here is the definitive version, but they're cool versions of GameCube games from another dimension. In honor of them, I've decided to turn a new leaf, and yes, I do need this blurb. If I need to hide this thing, I can. I never use the lower 60% of my body anyways. I don't hate this thing. In fact, I think it's a bit misunderstood. It's not good, but it's better than my cousin Betty. Except on Nintendo Switch, where this is the only Final Fantasy 15 you've got. Because who needs bullshit when you have dog shit? It's expensive. I understand why not every game gets a physical release, but I just don't understand why some releases are treated like this, especially when the packaging is huge and they include all these other goodies, or if the game is small enough to fit on a cartridge. And the strange thing is, this doesn't work for other mediums. I bought hot dog buns, and they just came with a rain check for buns. See, that just sounds fucking loony. I think the lesson to be learned here is it's okay to be excited. It's also okay to be skeptical, but maybe wait to make a full decision until something's out in the world and actual people are playing the game, rather than snake people. Because liars are everywhere. They might even be staring you in the face. And this was when I lost credibility. There's always next year, Verizon. I'm looking forward to their showcase at E3 2022, where I pray they announce their new logo and it looks like this. I sneezed during the tattoo. Does it help me travel with multiple at once? Each of these can only hold one game card each. Does it stop me from swallowing them? No! It's hard to think where Nintendo would be in the portable market today without Pokemon. Okay, I said it. I'm open to an all-digital future. I mean, I prefer how things are now with physical games, but I'm not going to resist it. I've accepted that this is how the future is looking. And cloud gaming has a ton of potential as a supplement to regular gaming, because I will be damned if my next game console is a skin tag. Eternal Darkness would be crazy with the Wii U gamepad, or like an actual chibi robo game. You could do a bunch of stuff with the gamepad, moving it around, or just actual sequels to a bunch of their DS games. You have a dual screen with a TV there. You can do so much with it. So, long story short, the Wii U's great. I appreciate it more and more. But they didn't fix the poppin' in Sprawling Savannah. You were this close. I'm happy they did what they did. I mean, these are all the definitive versions of each game. But why Twin B? Why Urban Champion? I'm sick of living in the dark about this. I'm gonna go into the credits and find who to harass. I'll give Eureka this. They're hard to threaten. Well, I'm done with Sonic. You know, I put off years of colonoscopies just due to my business surrounding playing all these games, but now I'm free. So tell your family's proctologist to clear their schedule. 12 years from now. Wait a second. No, I'm just confused. No, the extended time I spent with the game changed me. I'm a badass now. I know exactly how badasses operate. Watch, I can draw blood with a plastic knife. Okay, so I got cut with a plastic knife, though I drew blood with a plastic knife. Am I a badass or a pussy? But from two completely different dimensions. And then I'd say, what a family reunion! Where did everybody go? The rumors are true. I was robbed, but if today taught me anything, it's that no matter how bad your day gets, you're doing better than the guy that bought this. In the end, I don't really need baths. Did you know using body spray eliminates your need for showers? I'm looking at the bright side. I may have been robbed of everything, but that means I can't get robbed anymore. That's my solution to everything. Scared of home invasion? Go homeless! Well, that worked. I'm gonna need more stuff to talk about for the coming weeks, though.
Yeah.
It's
No.
Well, that's how I spend my sweetest day. Maybe next Valentine's Day we can play something a little more lewd, but in the meantime, if I showed you that It's okay to be alone in times like this. And just focus on yourself and your hobbies. And eventually, you'll find your right person, and it'll all make sense. Not me, though. I'll stick to ignorance. Plus, who the hell actually went to jail over downloading a ROM? At the end of the day, just do what you want. Gotcha. I can get used to this. I've wanted more space ever since I bought my 3rd copy. Yeah, why would I ask for a new Star Fox game? I have 10 of them right here. There are some gems on there, but most of the time it was either shovelware or just repackaging games that were already on the DS. Like, why? I'll tell you why, because they're only human. If I ever squirt out Need for Speed Nitro, you bet I'm going in for seconds. Let's pay Ubisoft to spit in our game. Well, that's at least 60 minutes of fun right there. Altogether with tax, this cost me roughly over $100 at Rite Aid, and I found all these video games brand new sealed on eBay for $46. I'll stick to FIFA. Feast your eyes on the Nintendo 64 Mario 64 Player's Guide Bundle. It includes a Nintendo 64 console, a Mario 64 Player's Guide. That's it. I know what we're all thinking here, so I might as well point out the obvious. For some ungodly reason, this bundle does not contain Peggle 2. None of these games are necessarily my thing, and locking in-game content from an already overpriced game behind figures sold separately leads to a huge waste of time and money on the customer's end. The Waste Chasers showed me that even some of the biggest wastes of energy on the planet exist for a reason. To exploit young children and give landfills a purpose. Even God has epiphanies. Well, I may be ready to go to a funeral, but it feels like I just came back from one.
Wait a second, guys. There's a dead guy in here.
I'll call 911. All things considered, pretty successful funeral. I know how it is. Companies will stop at nothing to rip you off, but mask it as a deal. Want to save money? But just don't buy a PS5. I think I finally figured out the formula. So 1,600 Microsoft points equals solve for V-Bucks. What the f*** is that? I mean, those are superfluous memories, but special ones. So, thank you, Sears.
So, guess what? I died. Not my finest moment. Moral of the story, don't get crucified. It stings.
Who gave it to you? Who played it with you on that holiday morning? The joy of opening up that present from somebody you care about, or seeing the face of somebody you care about give you the gift. All of those matter way more than the gifts themselves. It truly goes to show that Christmas is all about the experience of being around the people you love. So just don't be a spoiled bitch. Oh boy! I can't wait to own something from somebody who actually cares. Something I'll make the most out of to show my gratification. Something new. Something I don't own 40 copies of. Something I'll get to next year.